Today we are doing the introduction to exponents. First thing we're going to start off is with the parts of a value or expression with an exponent. The first two words we need to know are going to be base, which is written as the big or the bottom number. And we have to remember the base is the number that's being multiplied by itself. Exponent. Exponent is written as the little number to the top right of the base. So, in your notes, the base looks like it'll be something in this position. The exponent is the little number written to the top right of the base. That's the way they set it up. The exponent tells us how many times to multiply the base by itself. That's the whole point of exponents, is multiplication of the base by itself, however many times the exponent tells us. You're going to see the word evaluating. Evaluating an exponent or raising to a power is like doing repeated multiplication. We're going to look at two forms called the expanded form and the evaluated form. First thing you should have down is that squared is specifically talking about the exponent of 2. Cubed is specifically talking about the exponent of 3. I want you to set up a table. Your table will have 5 rows, 3 columns. Let's start by looking at this first value with an exponent here. So we see the base. The base is 3. The exponent in this one is 4. In expanded form, we're going to change it from this shortened version where it's a value with an exponent to actually show what that shortened version means to do. So I look at the exponent first. The exponent is 4. That tells me that I'm going to have 4 spots or 4 things that are being multiplied together. With exponents, it's repeated multiplication. So to figure out what number goes in these 4 spots, we look at the base. The base is 3. So that means this is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And there we have expanded form. Evaluated form. Evaluated form is when we have just what it all equals. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to a calculator. In our calculator, we're going to do 3 times 3. There we go. We have 2 copies. We need 4 total. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 equals 81. So the evaluated form of 3 to the 4th is 81. So then look at the next line down. The next line down, they give us the expanded form. We see there is 4 times itself. So 4 is written twice. Since 4 is written twice, that means the exponent is 2. The base is whatever number is being multiplied by itself, so 4. So here we have 4 to the 2nd power. Typically, you're going to write the base first, then the exponent to make sure it's the right size. My explanation, though, was better done with explaining the exponent first. Evaluated form. Evaluated form would be 4 times 4, which is 16. Let's go on to the next line down. Next line down, we have a fraction. It's okay, though. We notice how the exponent is 3. So that tells me that I'm multiplying some number by itself so that that number appears 3 times in the repeated multiplication. The base is this whole thing. Parentheses, 1/4. So there's my expanded 4. 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. To evaluate it, I'll go to my calculator. We have 1/64. Something interesting about that is that if you look at 4 times 4 times 4, that equals 64. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. So that's actually the same as doing 1 to the third over 4 to the third. But that'll be covered in a future lesson. Okay, 1 to the fourth. I'm sorry, 4 to the first power means we put one spot with the base, and that's that. The evaluated form is just 4. X to the fourth, this is the first time we see a variable. X to the fourth, I put, because the power is 4 spots, multiplication between them, x times x times x times x. That's the expanded form. For evaluated form, I need to know what the actual number is for evaluated form. Since this is a variable where I don't know the value of x, there is no evaluated form for a variable base. Okay. Final thing we have to get down today is something weird. That weird thing is that any number raised to the 0 power always equals 1. Anything raised to the 0 power equals 1. So for an example, 4 to the 0 equals 1. 1,000,000 to the 0 equals 1. X to the 0 equals 1. Anything to the 0 power or the 0 exponent equals 1.